Howdy, folks. Welcome to Retsutalk, episode 54. I am here with Slow Beef. Really, we are, just two best friends who play games.
Wait. That's trademarked by somebody.
Hey, come on, guys.
What?
Oh, shit.
Guys.
You didn't tell me there was somebody else in here.
There's somebody else in here, I'm telling you now. It's Pat.
All right, I'll get my lawyer.
Pleased to be here. I'm Pat from Two Best Friends Play, the people that you are infringing on.
Oh my god, no.
Right.
Wait, I thought you were the best friend Zaibatsu, because I talked to somebody.
Okay, so you had Wooly on, and it's been a very long, confusing naming convention. It started out as Two Best Friends Play, but the problem with that was that the only way to refer to the generalized community was by the term frienders, which was probably the worst thing I have ever said in my life. So Wooly came up with the idea of calling it a Zaibatsu. And now there's the Super Best Friend cast, and it's all confusing, but yes, the Zaibatsu.
So if I'm a fan of Two Best Friends Play, TBPF, no, TFP, you're the most fucked up
I've always liked the number version because it's so much easier to say.
What is that?
Oh man, I never even say it. I just say the whole thing. But 2BFP. Fuck it.
Whatever, who cares?
Fuck.
How come you never stuck with your YouTube name, the Swawuntature?
It just didn't capture the feel of the brand.
I mean, I hear that.
We were trying to get a lot of groundswell, and we just figured that people having to pronounce a number right in the middle of a word would mess with our synergy opportunities.
I understand. I know a marketing genius when I talk to one. I understand, dude. Total.
Yeah, that's the secret, is marketing.
See, what I think what you should go with sometimes is go with sort of a Japanified name that's really hard to spell, that people go to your YouTube channel for, and you call yourself that, and then you're just set.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Okay, yeah.
But if we use it, we're not going to credit you.
No, I understand. No, I wouldn't expect it. So if I'm a fan of you guys, am I part of the Zaibatsu, or...?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
It's all whatever, you're a fan. I don't, like...
I understand. Now let me exactly. Let me ask you this. There's a true thing. I have real life friends who are fans of you guys.
Oh, but not yourself. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thanks for blowing the joke. It's fine. No,
yeah.
No, it's true. They actually like you better than they like me, and I know them in real life.
That's a very bizarre feeling, I imagine.
No, it's actually quite common if you wanted the truth.
I think the weirdest feeling has been like, hey guys, you should watch, back in the early days, like, hey, you should watch my show. I have a show. Help me make it a job, guys. And then checking back in a year later, and you have people coming up to you, like friends of mine that I've known since college, being like, man, you sound like a real asshole on the podcast. What? What's happening?
Well, what helps me, I find, is I'm an asshole in real life, so there's
that's the main addition, but it's like, people coming up to me, like, hey man, how you doing? You want to go see a movie? Man, you were so wrong about that free-to-play shit. You have your head all the way up your ass. And it's like,
See, I don't really talk about video game stuff with my real-life friends, because they're all cooler than I am. So, the best is like, dude, you play Guitar Hero? And I'm like, yeah, once, and that's as far as the conversation goes. So
once, if I was drunk.
Yeah, if I was at a party and my standards were really fucking low.
Yeah.
Casuals. Then I slap one.
Caches?
Caches. Is that's what they're called? The casual channel fans are called caches. Exactly. So, dude, what is up? What are you playing? What's going on your channel?
What am I playing right now?
What are you playing right this second?
Right this second, I'm playing Donkey Kong. But
okay. Well, can you focus on talking to us instead?
But all I can think about is Dark Souls. So it's this really fucked up thing where...
Sorry, that was two podcasts ago.
I would rather talk to someone about Dark Souls right now than play anything. Because
and see how long you can go before one of you dies.
I am so rabid and like with anticipation for the new one that it's fucking me up. Like South Park came out yesterday, and I'm playing South Park for or was that today? Whatever, I can't remember.
Who cares?
But I played it for like an hour and a half. It's like, hey, this is really good. Man, I wish I was playing fucking Dark Souls.
And you mentioned before you were playing a little Demon Souls before.
Yeah, I was playing Demon Souls to refresh myself because I was telling the girlfriend, because she wants to get into it. It's like, well, I don't remember shit. So let me dive back into it and see if I can help you.
I understand. My wife doesn't have any interest in video games, so it's mostly like she just rolls her eyes while I play them. So
that's probably easier.
Yeah, the divorce proceedings are going through. But I just finished Dark Souls for the first time.
Did you play Demons?
I have played a little of Demons. I played through 1-1 and I'm in 1-2, but okay. I might switch up to a different world.
You played them in backwards order.
Because that's really weird, because there are a bunch of things in Demon Souls that are just really fucked up and stupid and confusing from just very basic usability standpoints, that going backwards must feel like, why doesn't this just fucking work? Why can't I understand, like, the upgrade system at all? It makes no sense.
It kind of hit me. I don't even know how to level, you know?
Yeah.
But it's so...
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's my checkpoint? Where are the bonfires? What is this bullshit? How did people play video games like this back in 2009?
Well, for Demon Souls, like, I remember getting into it because a friend of mine who's in Japan, who got it way before, like back in 2008 or whatever, and says to me, man, this game's awesome, you should try it when it comes out. I say, sure, I'll try it. I pick it up, I play it for, 3 hours. This is the worst game I've ever played. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with people. Why would anyone play this? It was the same kind of attitude that I'd have towards people who play Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Just like, who the fuck is this for? This is the most unforgiving, unfun, low-reward bullshit I've ever laid my hands on. And then when Dark Souls 1 got announced, everyone starts flipping their shit. Like tons of people. Like, am I crazy? Did I miss the boat? So I went back into it again, and again came away from it like, this game sucks. All of you people are crazy. And it was only to the point when my friend pointed out that I should just cheat and use walkthroughs and just give up the pretense of, like, I'm going to beat this game on my own because I'm good at video games.
Right.
That I was finally able to cross, like, that corner, or turn that corner, and just immediately went from that to, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Inject it into my veins. Give me so that I can snort it.
Absolutely. You want to know something I've learned is, as far as the Dark Souls fandom is concerned, you will never have played the game correctly.
No, never.
I was one of those people. I didn't use a guide or anything. I did ask for things like the DLC and some of the really obtuse shit.
Oh, that shit was fucking so stupid.
I don't understand how
Pay $15 to get a DLC that you'll never figure out how to get to on your own.
Well, maybe it's a great business model, because then people will think, like, part of this Duke's Archives thing is new. Maybe I paid $10 for that.
That shit was fucked up. But sorry, you were saying.
Oh, yeah. But, no matter how you play Dark Souls your first time, it is always wrong, apparently.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. You didn't level up that Claymore to plus 15? You fucking
used
idiot.
the wrong shield. You should have used the Black Knight shield. You should have used the Balder side sword. You should have upgraded it to plus 15 with a 40 dex build. Come on.
You missed
Did you read the tutorial or what?
You missed a Titanite slab, you ape? How do you even get up in the morning and breathe, fool? And then the person invades, like, a level 99 guy and totally wins.
So, like, our channel, like, we do a lot of Let's Plays, and we've been talking lately about, like, hey, man, what do you guys want to do with Dark Souls 2? And the first thing out of everyone's mouth is, I don't want to do a fucking Let's Play. What, so people can shit on me every hour of every day for the month and a half that it takes me to do it?
Here is what I am planning to do. Well, no, here is what I planned to do before I realized it was too much work and I'm lazy. Last Hollow Standing.
So what is that?
You get
It's a new game show.
A couple people on Skype. Exactly. Right. You start the game roughly around the same time. You don't actually begin playing until everyone's ready. You just go as long as you can without dying. Last person that wins, blowjob. I just threw that in at the end.
From whom?
Well, that's part of the
Well, you, actually.
From me. Part of the logistics.
So you win regardless.
I win, yeah. I mean, you have to stack the odds in your favor in video games.
Remember to try holding with both hands.
Now, that was the first time that was an appropriate use of that message, I think, in the history of Dark Souls jokes. I was thinking of doing a little Let's Fail thing, because I don't like to do the launch day stuff, I'm not, like, morally opposed to it. It's just not my thing. But, like, and then playing it on my own offline and shit, and then
Yeah.
like a month or so later, then just releasing them and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then that sounded like a lot of work, so I don't think.
So I actually came up with pretty much the same ideas. Like, I don't want to play this with Matt or whatever, because when you're playing it, it's like who wants to sit next to me while I die against the same boss for 90 minutes?
Right.
Like, no one. Right.
Not even your best friend.
So I think, well, I do it myself, and I try and commentate myself, and I realize, man, I don't want to fuck up my playthrough of the game for myself.
Divides your concentration.
By doing that. It's like, it's going to be way harder, it's going to be way shittier. So we're going to do something, and it's actually relatively close to the idea that you just mentioned, but different in a couple key ways, and we're going to try and get it out as soon as possible, and then leave it alone until like one of us has either completed it and can say, yeah, you can do this, or you can do that, or don't do this, it'll be fucked up.
My other plan is to find different Dark Souls 2 Let's Plays, because the full playthrough will be there on day one, I'm sure.
I'm sure our friend DSP will dive right in.
Absolutely. I can't wait, and I cannot fucking wait for him.
To be honest, like, I think that's the only thing that DSP puts out that I, like, look at with, like, incredible morbid curiosity. Like, the rest of it, I look at, and it's like, I can't watch more than 5 seconds of this. I'm going to die. But for Dark Souls, it amuses me because, like, I really want to see what people that didn't come up with the prior games react to situations. But then he overdoes it, so it's like,
I feel a little cheated, too, because I feel like... Well, part of the problem is I just want to see specific moments that he reacts to.
Right.
But he has like a robot, like, uploading his Let's Plays, so they're all just... Dark Souls playthrough part 1, Dark Souls playthrough part 2, with, like, no description or anything, so it's like, you just kind of have to guess and kind of do a binary search to figure out where and then...
That robot shit, man. Like,
it's...
I bet it's a lot easier. Like, I wish I could cut out all that bullshit in my process, but I'd always be worried that, like, oh, I'm gonna cut it halfway through my own sentence. That'll be super. I bet everyone will love that.
I don't know exactly how he does it, but in his Witcher playthrough, I think part 82 or something is
fuck off. Part 82. Oh my god.
It's 2 seconds long because something fucked up in his upload process. So
great.
Yeah, so it's like...
Oh, yeah.
That's actually his best video.
It really is, though. I'm glad we got on this subject because I don't know, I'm sort of this new ironic DSP fan where I just cannot... I imagine he never bottoms out. It's amazing to me. He always comes up with some new way to, like, undercut your already extremely low expectations. It's awesome.
If there's anything about DSP that I can say that I admire, it's his perseverance. I truly believe that he is there's too much footage out there for me to believe that it's being faked or being drama. And if that's the case, like, I cannot imagine not only doing that as a job, but that being your hobby? Like, how would the frustration just not cause you to commit suicide?
Well, he very clearly doesn't like certain aspects of it, you know? Like, Dark Souls, like, he didn't really like the game, but he felt obligated to play it, and it's like, if you don't like Dark Souls, fine, whatever, not everyone does.
It is not for everyone.
No, it absolutely isn't. But he clearly didn't like it, so he had to, like, get his friends to tell him where, like, the secret items were. Then he started summoning people to help him through all the bosses. And it's just like, well, at that point, then, it's, like, busy work, you know?
Yeah.
It's like hiring temps without paying them.
Yeah,
dude, I gotta get this playthrough up. I mean, I need, I need cash. Give me cash.
My new favorite thing is his unboxing of Lightning Returns.
Oh, what?
Why?
He
had an unboxing video of Lightning Returns. Are you ready? How do you think this could have gone wrong?
I don't even know what the fuck comes in the box. So, like, he opens it up too strongly and a knife stabs him in the face?
Well, I think you're skipping a bit far ahead there. You said he opens it up. Back up a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's in the box as of that video because he had an unboxing video where he forgot to open the box. It's 10 minutes!
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the one thing you meant to do in your video you didn't even get to, and it's 10 minutes. It's amazing. I love this guy. And then apparently he was streaming Lightning Returns, could not beat the final boss, got frustrated, just went to a YouTube playthrough and showed it for the ending.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was just like, I can't get to the ending. Fuck
That's offensive.
Wait, so wait, did he actually take footage? He didn't just link to the video, but he downloaded the ending, put it on his channel?
He didn't download it. He was streaming it, so he got his browser, opened the YouTube video, and then dragged the fucking browser into the stream window.
That is gross.
Now, or is it genius?
He didn't put it on his...
It's both, man.
He didn't put it on his YouTube channel, mind. So it's not part of his quote-unquote official Let's Play.
Oh. It'll be on the DSP Classic soon enough.
He was just like, fuck it, I can't beat this final boss here. Here's the ending I found. Like... Oh, that's awesome! How do you think that up? You can't! It's so great!
I could do it, or I could just not do it.
He's this amazing parody of, like, Let's Play. It's like, there is some part of me, if he reveals, like, 10 years down the line, this was all an act, I'm like, you, sir, are brilliant, but I know it's not.
This is all a Shia LaBeouf style, like, performance art piece that lasted for years and years and years.
Yes. Or, like, the best is, he played Killer Instinct against somebody on a stream.
Yeah.
Got his ass, like, beat. Like, I don't think it was a double perfect, but it was close. Mm-hmm. And then the guy starts juggling him. And Phil starts making fun of the guy who kicked his ass and is juggling him, now dead. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, like, you know how, like, you can throw a fireball and catch somebody as they're falling as you're, like, last move? Yeah. The guy misses with the fireball, and Phil's like, yeah, I couldn't keep it going, fucking loser. And it's like, you just got your ass kicked! Like, what are you talking? You can't talk smack now. It's way too late.
There's a part of me that wishes I could live in his version of the world that he sees, right? Like, for a day. And it's like, what's it like?
It must be so aggravating.
What's it like to be totally blameless in your life?
But, like, things must not go his way, and he just doesn't understand why.
It's the cosmos, man.
It is. He's just like, life has fucked me, and I have not figured it out.
The inevitable heat death of the universe is conspiring against me. Specifically, me.
But, like, that's... The incredible thing, though, about his success is that, like, he has just spewed out so much fucking volume that even though a lot of it, like, he gets low view counts on it, it's just spread across his huge fucking body, this corpus of work. And... it just brings in these, like, drips of revenue that he can do this full time. Mm-hmm. It's like... He
has to do it full time.
Oh, yeah.
Name one other thing he's qualified to do.
Can you imagine working with that dude? I'd freaking quit.
It's like, hey, Phil, can you unbox this for me? And, like, a day later, it's...
It'd be tough, man. It'd be real, real tough.
I'll say, geez, God... But now I kind of love him, and now I want to see what...
Yeah, you know what? On that token, like, I look at that and I go, fuck, that's gross. Good for you for scamming the system.
I know, like...
You totally beat all of us.
You figured out the lowest effort possible.
Imagine a con panel hosted by Darkside Phil.
Oh my god, that would be the greatest thing.
Can we make a Kickstarter to make that happen? Because he wouldn't do it on his own.
Did you ever see the video where he gets kicked out of the Street Fighter tournament?
No, but I've
heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of great too. But like, it's not wonderful. It's like a little 1 minute thing. But like, they're like, Darkside Phil, please stop filming the tournament and just play the game. And then another judge is like, that's it, Phil, you're disqualified. And he's like, how about I run your fucking tournament for you? And
that's an odd threat.
I know.
Kick me out, I'll run the whole thing.
Good comeback, sir.
You're gonna get it. I'm gonna take all the operational responsibilities on.
Oh, it's great.
I'll show you, you cock.
And I hate to keep laboring the Darkside Phil point, but I must. Did you see his Christmas special?
Dude, the only thing I see from DSP is the 10 seconds of footage that one of the other guys says, yo, there's a 14-hour compilation, you gotta look at this. And I click on it, and I see that they're not bullshitting me, that it is in fact 10, 12 hours. I go, fuck you guys.
I know, that guy who does it, like Evil AJ, is fucking dedicated.
That dude's a saint. He is putting out so much more work and effort and craft than the guy whose work he's using.
Actually cutting footage together.
Yeah.
I know, he has actually, like, if they both applied for a job as a video editor, the fucking AJ guy would get it in a second.
Oh, man.
It's amazing. His Christmas special is the most effortful video he's done. Mm-hmm. He made a little.
He actually opens a present.
No, he has a poem to the tune of "Grinch Who Stole Christmas" about the trolls trying to ruin video games for him.
Oh yeah.
And, he's talking about how, but Phil kept playing is the moral of it. And I have to give him credit. Nothing, it's, kind of low production, whatever. But still, for him, it's, great for him. It's like watching, if a 5th grader had done this video, I'd be like, wow, that's amazing.
Like there were rhymes in the poem?
Give him a gold star that says you tried on it.
Yeah, exactly. There's, little things. some of the rhymes are kind of, but, R. Kelly did that and Trapped in the Closet
It's called free verse.
Yeah, more or less. So... And then he has a thing where he reads fan letters and stuff, which is a little self-indulgent, but okay. But then the best is he pantomimes himself playing video games and having fun.
What?
But he's so badly acting. So he's smiling, looking a little off camera with the controller under his chin. And he's like, yeah, get him, yeah, I love games, yeah.
What?
Well, that's completely the opposite of how he experiences games.
I know!
Just has a continuous growl on his face.
That's so weirdly postmodern meta commentary on himself.
I know!
But he didn't think that up. He just thought, oh, this would be cool.
You have to get to please, when we're done here, go watch this. Watch the segment where he's pretending to play a game and enjoy it. It is so
We are watching
awesome.
The unwitting creation of accidental high art.
Frankly, and I will watch that and I will click the fucking ad and buy the product it is advertising. Because thank you, Phil Burnett, for that awesome, awesome video.
I think your tolerance for so bad it's good is much higher than mine.
Well, the thing is, if he goes out of business and gets the job at Kmart, that I know he will, it ends. And there is no...
There'll be someone new, man. There'll be someone that'll pick up the slack.
No,
there always will be. The internet will always have a villain.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Maybe it will be me. Maybe it'll be you.
It's the hero YouTube deserves.
Maybe it'll probably be me. I'll just get burned out with all this stuff and just start pointing a camcorder at everything I do. I'll get that Google Glass so I don't. Yeah. See me walk up and turn the actual console on and everything from start to finish.
It's the true playing games experience.
Absolutely, yeah. You can see me go into GameStop and buy a used game and totally boom.
Or even better, buy a gutted new game.
Or ask my fans to send me games. And then don't thank them when they send it to me.
Okay, see, that's... Okay, so we recently started to do a mailbag segment because we had so many letters of people saying, hey, man, I have a fucking, CDI that I'm never going to use. You guys want it? We'd always go, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. And so it finally got to the point where I was like, fuck it, let's do a P.O. box.
Mm-hmm.
And so we put up the P.O. box, and all of a sudden we start getting slammed with items.
Wow.
Cannot believe the amount and it's now become a full-time addition because this week I'm going to be editing 7 hours of us opening fan mail and submissions and reading it, because if you're going to send me a fucking cracked copy of Gun Survivor for the PS1 I feel you deserve a thank you.
Get any real kinky shit?
Yeah.
Go on.
So we've made some jokes about, I hope nobody sends snake or sex objects.
Wink.
And at a point, it kind of got away from us because we were laughing because we expected them. Because we expected, say, 4chan to fuck with us.
Yeah.
And then we accidentally created those items out of nothing. So I have a big, creepy rubber fist, a belladonna bitch fist, sitting on my kitchen table right now.
A bitch fist?
Yeah, that somebody sent in.
That's awesome.
That person deserves a thank you. Oh, man. God damn it. But yeah, asking your fans to send you shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's gross, man.
They'll do it, though. It's the craziest thing.
I feel like there's a difference between saying if you have to send something, put it here, and man, I sure could use a copy of Fucking whatever that's rare.
Bitch Fist.
Oh yeah, I sure could use a Bitch Fist. Well, I could.
A free copy of Bitch Fist.
I could use like several more, for reasons.
Is Bitch Fist the XXX rated God Hand game?
No.
Okay.
No. That was the sequel they planned, but it never came through, unfortunately.
And that'd be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to play a game named Bitch Fist.
I would just love another God Hand. Call it whatever you like.
Well, you're not going to get it.
I know.
So, Vanquish is the closest you'll ever get.
I still have yet to play Vanquish.
Vanquish is
then what the fuck
so
are you
good.
doing? I want another God Hand, but I refuse to play the game that's the closest I'll ever get to it.
Well, I didn't know it was the closest I'd get to God Hand.
Put a gun in Gene's hand and strap rocket boots to his asshole, and it's God Hand too.
I thought you were going to say put a gun in your mouth right now. So I was like, whoa.
No,
okay,
I would never tell you to kill yourself on air.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
No, off air, where, my comments can't be recorded and used against me. Sure.
Exactly, yeah. No, I understand. So my next order of business is to acquire a copy of the game Vanquish.
Okay.
Is what I'm hearing here.
It's free on PlayStation Plus, I think.
Oh, excellent.
And it's like $9 on Amazon otherwise. It's fucking dirt
you
cheap.
can get it for super cheap, yeah.
It's a console game, or you can get it on PC as well?
You cannot get it on PC.
Okay.
You might be able to in a year, because Sega's doing weird shit on Steam lately, but it's a console game.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pick that up right after. I'm taking a little bit of a Souls break, because I just powered through Dark Souls, and I started playing Demon Souls, and it's a lot of souls in one big block.
You can't do that. You can't do that. It'll fuck you up.
It's fucking me up.
Like just like you beat it and then you're like, I won! I'm gonna go die now. And the idea of going right into another one, like, you nuts, bro?
I was honestly, even more than Gwyn, even more than Ornstein and Smo, it's in my third to last thing I did finishing that game is I killed that fucking red dragon on the bridge.
Yeah, I've never even done that.
I was so fucking happy that happened. He is a totally cheap piece of shit, but whatever.
He's not even designed as a boss. He's designed as an obstacle.
Yeah, exactly. But they let you. They're like, if you want to try it, go ahead.
I miss the old days back in the old patches when you could climb the tower and shoot him with one arrow, and he would glitch through the world, and you'd kill him anyway.
Exactly.
But ever since they fixed that, I've never killed him.
There's going to be a million Dark Souls 2 Let's Plays out there.
Sure are.
There already are.
Yeah, actually, and there's already a couple, but they're the beta. But
no, they're going to be starting today. The game leaked today.
Oh, shit. So, that's that, I'm afraid.
Abandon the internet.
What do you think of that stuff, though, when people play, like, the leaked early release shit?
I say good for them. Fuck. Like, when Dark Souls 1 leaked, like, a week and a half beforehand, I'm sitting there going, like, nope, not gonna watch it. I'm watching it. I'm watching it right now. Only watch for 5 minutes at a time. Okay, stop. Hey, if you got it early and you somehow chanced your way into it, as long as you didn't steal it from a factory,
okay,
like, fucking put it up. Who are you hurting?
I would love to see that heist.
It's not a heist. It's Jimmy.
Stealing the game from the factory? I'd love to see that.
Jimmy, you work at the fucking factory, right? Yeah. Can you grab me a disc off the thing? Yeah.
No, I picture it more of like an Italian job thing.
Oh.
I was thinking more clown masks and/or masks of the father, or as long as they're dressed.
You guys are dramatic. Ooh.
Loot ahead, gentlemen.
The schemes have got to be fucking
That's
elaborate.
That's for the trailer for the movie that this is based on.
Gotcha. Yeah. What? It's funny. I heard actually South Park, Order of the Stick. They gave like pre-release copies to a lot of fucking Let's Players.
Sure.
Like not even the big channels, just like fucking everybody and stuff.
We didn't get one.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, I feel really awkward saying that.
We wouldn't have wanted one anyway.
Look, I heard it on the Co-Optional podcast. It's not even my own information. You go blame that guy.
Like, I threw in, we had, South Park Stick of Truth has been such a pain in my ass for like a year now. Because we do the Machinima episodes, and we had that on the docket for the entire past year. And every single season that we were going to do it, we'd get like a week beforehand and like delayed 3 months. Fuck your season. Go tell your animator to not sleep. And then it finally comes out yesterday, and I play. It's like, we can't do anything with this. It's like watching the fucking TV show.
Well, that's the tricky thing about Let's Playing it, right? Like, it's already got its own content. Like, what could you add to it?
And the content's already going for humor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
just some light chortling in the background.
What am I supposed to add that Matt and Trey can't add themselves?
You talk about how much the game is bullshit and you can't solve simple things.
But the game's really good!
Tell me, so it's apparently a little bit like Super Mario RPG.
It's Super Mario RPG in South Park Land.
Well, that actually
That's it. That's exactly what the game is.
That's a pretty good elevator pitch.
Co-written by Matt and Trey and the guys at Obsidian, and made by Obsidian. So fucking rock solid so far.
I hear it's the first good South Park video game.
What are you talking about? That PlayStation 1 first-person shooter was rad.
Oh, that's the one where you pee on the snow and
that's
throw
right.
it, right?
Don't you remember that? How good that game was?
No, No,
that game is garbage.
I know.
That game is fucking trash.
It really is, though.
But you look at that and you look at Batman, you're like, hey, maybe licensed games can be good as long as they're totally divorced from any movie, current running TV show, or etc. property that exists.
I played a little of Batman Arkham Origins. I've still yet to get back into it because my Dark Souls thing is still raging hard. So
man, fuck that game.
Wait, which game?
Origins?
Oh, yeah?
Fuck that game.
It's really that bad?
Everything to do with that game is disgusting. An acquaintance of mine worked on it. And just, it's such a fucking, like, we gotta make a new Batman game. Fucking do it.
Yeah, and they just contracted it out to completely.
And then it comes out that's like, hey man, you guys still want to buy our DLC? I hope so, because we're not fixing the score of progression blockers in the game. Like, WB actually comes out and says, we're not going to fix the progression bugs.
So you can just get stuck and not be able to.
You can just get stuck and you are fucked. And that's it.
Well, I mean, isn't that really the Riddler's ultimate trap? Excuse me, Enigmas. No, it's terrible, though.
Man, whatever.
It's meta commentary.
Like, you can buy more even if your game's broke.
You see, I'm wondering if maybe game developers are eventually going to start selling patches as DLC. Like, here, you get the game for $60. If you want bug fixes, that's another $5.
Oh, man. Isn't that what Battlefield 4 is?
I have actually yet to play a Battlefield game.
Oh, man. Well, now's not a good time to start.
No, I've heard that, actually. Somebody, Lotax actually put up a video of the Battlefield 4. I think there's DLC. Mm-hmm. And the loading apparently takes about 5 minutes real time.
Oh, yeah.
You're just sitting there waiting for it.
Like per level?
Yeah, per map.
That's amazing.
Like even multiplayer type matches and stuff?
Well, yeah, Battlefield is multiplayer.
Oh, it's just all multiplayer.
Well, there is a single player, but who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's one of those.
Is it like Call of Duty insofar as the single player? Like there's a campaign that like most people don't care about?
Yeah, totally. It's like Call of Duty in the fact that the single players exist to create ad campaigns.
I see. You know, I didn't mind the early Call of Duty single-player stuff. I think around Modern Warfare 2 is when they just started phoning it in a bit.
Call of Duty 1 and 2 were awesome. Like, the single players in that was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. And then 3 I liked a lot. I remember playing that. I don't think I finished it or whatever. But even the first Modern Warfare I was cool with.
First Modern Warfare was really good.
Absolutely, yeah.
That game's a hell of a game. The multiplayer especially, but, like, really good. So good that it ruined video games.
It really did, though, is the thing. Now, if you don't make Call of Duty numbers, your game is a failure.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Just like World of Warcraft ruined MMOs.
Absolutely.
And World of Warcraft's fucking awesome.
It is.
But, like, the fact that everybody's gotta be World of Warcraft now makes everybody else suck.
What about Final Fantasy, 14?
FF14 is a weird exception. Because it was complete garbage. And then the one guy who worked there that said, yo, that looks like garbage. Mm-hmm. It tanks, and they go, hey, guy, you're the only one who saw this coming. You want to fix this? He goes, yeah. And he makes a really good MMO out of it.
How'd they fix it? Did they put lightning in it?
They did put lightning in it.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Is that lightning that good?
Was put in after like a co-marketing deal between 13 Returns.
Is she this beloved character in RPG canon that I just missed out on?
We actually, like, we recorded our podcast last night, and we basically screamed about this for 40 minutes. And it's been the third time that's been brought up. And it's basically like Motomu Toriyama, the guy who's doing 13 verses and wrote 13 and 13.2 and 10.2. He's in love with Lightning. He is unabashedly actually in love with the character.
So she is his actual waifu.
And we'll do Famitsu polls that says, hey, look, Lightning's the most popular Final Fantasy character of the people polled who still care about Final Fantasy. And you look at the sales of 13. Like before, the example I used last night is, remember before Call of Duty was Call of Duty numbers? Yeah. You would talk about like Final Fantasy numbers because it was so fucking huge. It was the biggest thing. Yeah. Well, you don't do that anymore. Because 13 sold 7 million, 13.2 sold like barely 2 million, and now 13.3 is on track to maybe scrape 800,000. It's like, guess what, fuckers? Nobody cares about fucking Lightning.
It's amazing to me, too, because, like, over the years, they've, like, just clamored for, like, fucking Cloud and Sephiroth over and over again. Like, make 7-2, or make something more at 7, and it's like...
Or remake 7.
That's what people want, yeah.
Yeah, or remake 7, absolutely right, yeah. Things with that... And it's like, nah, guys, we got this. We got another weather-based character that you are gonna fucking love whether you like it or not.
I'm not sure if you're familiar, but you just chanced on why Lightning is so cynical and terrible. Is that Lightning was explicitly from day one designed as a female Cloud.
Well, there you go.
As a direct one-to-one replacement. This is the Cloud for the new generation of consoles.
I see.
And in fact, she has the same face as Cloud. If you can superimpose their 3D models onto one another and just add male or feminine touches to, say, their eyebrows or lips, and they are exactly the same.
Well, Squall from 8 was kind of, I felt like, the kind of Cloud, Cloud again, basically.
He was Cloud for girls.
Yeah, okay. I see that, yeah. Cloud with a little more...
Cloud got kind of wacky, goofy-ish toward the latter half of 7, though. Squall kind of maintained the emotionless thing for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much.
Squall was just kind of there. Like, I don't really remember much about him outside of...
He is the torn... he is the sad, torn poet typing into his MacBook at the coffee shop.
I see. That's Squall, yeah.
What's with the weather names?
That's what I'm saying.
Cloud, Squall,
Lightning,
Zidane,
Snow,
Titus. Titus, kinda.
I guess. It probably sounds a lot cooler when you're Japanese.
I think everything must. I guess Lightning sounds a lot cooler when you're Japanese, too.
Well, Lightning's fine if the character was anything but shit.
I mean, Lightning makes you think, like, passion.
Like,
sparks.
Like, think of the difference between, say, Lightning from Final Fantasy and Raiden or Mr. Lightning or Lightning Bolt Action in referring to, like, the Metal Gear Solid series. Like, one is a cool ninja that kills stuff fast and is like a lightning bolt, and the other is a mopey, like, soap opera character.
It's funny because Raiden is now so fucking awesome, and he really didn't used to be.
That's my favorite back and forth ever.
Right? It's like...
Because I liked original Raiden.
I think... You did?
Like, I liked him, like, pseudo-ironically. I liked him for... My fantasy is to walk into a movie theater and watch a movie, and 95 minutes into the movie... The protagonist just takes a huge shit onto the lens of the camera, and the plot doesn't end, and the words "the end" comes up. So when I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and that happens like 2 hours into the fucking game, this is amazing! Everyone is so mad! This is the best thing ever!
I was one of those people. Well, I was more like... I was playing as Raiden, and I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna get through this section till we go back as Snake.
I kept thinking that, too. I kept thinking, at the end of the game, you're gonna go back to Snake.
Yep, I held on. Even when you're in Arsenal gear and Snake's finally there, I'm like, this is it. I can finally get out of this.
You hit the select button, and I'll switch characters.
Absolutely. Yep, but no. But then
then it just took 2 games, then you're back as Snake. Solid Snake.
And you wanted to be Raiden! It's so genius!
It is pretty genius, and now Snake's Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, well,
you know.
I I'm one of the crazy people that actually believes that David Hayter is going to be in that game.
No, I could see that, honestly.
I'm of the belief that the character that we're being shown, named Big Boss, is in actuality Gray Fox with plastic surgery, and that when you run into actual Big Boss, that he will speak with David Hayter's accent.
Right.
Or voice, rather.
You know what kind of bugged me?
It'll probably just be lightning.
Is like...
Yeah, fuck it. That'd be awesome. Just, they did the Ubisoft crossover with Assassin's Creed.
Put her in every video game.
Sure.
And then have them all in a kart racer. Bang. Marketing genius ahead.
It is. Hey, new Mario Kart's coming out soon.
I felt very cheated by Metal Gear Solid 4. Or I should say by Portable Ops and now Metal Gear Solid 5.
You never played Peace Walker?
That's what I was thinking of as Peace Walker, actually.
Why is that?
Because Metal Gear Solid 4 really sells you on, we are killing off Snake. This is it. This is the end of a character, started on the MSX, years and years back. We're actually going to do it.
We're fucking done.
We're fucking done. End of that storyline. Oh, but fortunately we have a clone of him from like a few years back, so we can use that in other games, And it's like, well, that's kind of a cop-out. Like, what's the point of killing off the character if you have...
Well, the really snobby argument that I would use is that they're not the same character.
Okay. I mean, I know they're not the same character, but they're the same character.
The more interesting
thing
that I would say is that while I totally agree with you that, like, right? At least Raiden got a spin-off. But what's most interesting to me is as the games with Big Boss, like, advance in time, there will be a point where you have to catch up to Metal Gear 1. Mm-hmm. And I want to play as Big Boss with Solid Snake being the final boss and being impossible to beat.
Now, is that more like a strategy game then, where you're putting soldiers who can only see
No, I
like
want a Metal Gear game or some shit. I want the final boss to be Solid Snake, and I want him to be invincible.
Interesting.
So he would lure you into hot
shit? Well, they'll rewrite it. They're already rewriting half the shit anyway.
Yeah, they've retconned a lot of it.
Are you saying they're inconsistent in the Metal Gear canon?
No, I think...
Because I find that hard to believe,
I think that they are willing to change anything if it'll be cool now and don't think about what it'll mean later.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So in the meantime in the game, does Big Boss just watch his guards be fooled by owls, making them think it's night and just, like, putting his face in his hands?
Yeah, sure.
Like, ugh.
I can't fucking believe
just
this
various
shit.
administrative tasks.
Did the guys I was fighting before, were they that stupid? Are you like,
Are my soldiers really like this? This is amazing. Yeah, so I like the Metal Gear Solid games, and I think the stories kind of go off the rails in a way I don't like. I know other people do.
Are you implying that it has not already gone off the rails?
But you have to think comparatively, right? Like
Dude, okay, let me wind back the clock for a second, okay?
All right, let's do that.
And there'll be spoilers for most of the games in here. 3-4 years ago, Wooly and I are at a burger joint, and we had almost 2-3 hour argument because of the clone, the ghost arm in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, God.
Okay, and what that meant for 4. Mm-hmm. And the logic that you actually have to go through to make that make sense is that Liquid in MGS1 knows that he's gonna die and sets up a future operation for Ocelot's arm to be his arm because he knows that Ocelot is the Sorrow's son and has ghost powers so that he will be able to take control of him in the future, meaning that everything in MGS1 has to do with Liquid knowing he's gonna die, knowing Ocelot's gonna get his arm cut off, knowing events of MGS3 that haven't been written yet. It's ridiculous. It is so far off the rails.
Look, anything that leads to him doing the finger guns at the end of Act 3 and 4 is worth it. I don't care what justification you need.
But, like, it's so off the rails. And it's been so off the rails for so long, just some of that's been a little hidden.
See, you know what? Well, actually, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Wasn't there a bit in Solid 4 where it turns out Revolver Ocelot had actually hypnotized himself to think he was Liquid Snake?
He had, in fact, hypnotized himself, and in MGS4, the arm he uses is a prosthetic.
Uh-huh.
But
That's why he's not voiced by Quentin Flynn.
The arm in 2 was not, and it was ghost powers. He switched to the prosthetic and hypnotized himself in order to more accurately control himself and not have liquid ruin his plans. It is so ridiculous.
See, and I know,
isn't that what you would have done?
I know Kojima fans love that sort of thing.
I love that shit. It's so dumb.
But there was a time, not too far back, with Metal Gear Solid 1, where it wasn't entirely like that. Fox Die Virus was.
It wasn't all the way there.
No, I feel like what my theory is, he hit it big with Metal Gear Solid 1, and before that, Konami was like, no, Hideo, you're not... Excuse me, Hideo-san. You're not doing that. We're gonna cut you off here, you know? Then he makes him a shit ton of money with Metal Gear Solid, and they're like, you do what you want, pal!
You are the golden goose, my friend.
Exactly, yeah. You go all the fucking way, and he's like, well, okay.
And he goes as hard crazy as anyone could ever do with Metal Gear Solid 2, and he still, like, made mega bucks. So, go hard crazy all the time, I guess.
All that, you know, I really liked Metal Gear Solid 3, even story-wise.
Everyone does.
I did like that. I thought that was really
my favorite game in the original series.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. The bosses, the last boss, like, you know
the story can be followed by a human.
Yeah, totally.
It's kinda, sorta sensible at times.
Yeah. I think only the bit at the very end with the boss where it's suddenly like, also, I'm the first person in space, and you're like, alright, that's getting a little crazy. But, you know, all that's, like, maybe the only part that went off. Other than that, it was actually a pretty good, like, spy thriller with kind of neat stuff in it.
It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And Volgin was a fucking great villain.
Here's a villain. Here's why he's bad. You hate him now.
Yeah.
Done.
He is really good at being a villain. You want to fucking, like...
He rapes, like, 3 or 4 characters in the cast. He constantly kills people. He's evil-looking, and he's also physically intimidating and powerful.
He cuts out your eye, and he controls fucking lightning. Like, you're willing to forgive the fact that he controls electricity.
He controls the Final Fantasy character, too?
Yeah. Hey, lightning, come shoot out my fingertips.
Why not? Exactly.
That's bizarre. But,
It's a little weird.
It's a marketing tie-in with the new version of 3 that's coming out.
I see.
Right.
The long con, right?
Yeah, but, like, the other games, like Liquid Snake, yeah, he's okay. Solidus, I could not buy into at all. In the second game, because
really,
I don't know. It's just he's not kind of like a I'm the bad guy kind of
thing. So if
it's
President Solidus, show some respect for the office.
Excuse me, President George Sears.
It's not my president.
I didn't vote for him.
I'm not allowed to. I'm fucking Canadian.
Keep your Solidus care out of my country.
So when anything goes wrong in Metal Gear Solid 2, just go, thanks, Solidus.
Perfect.
Boom.
Thanks, Clone Obama.
Clone Obama. What do you call it? What are you doing on? What do we have to look forward to on the TBFP channel?
We have as I mentioned before, we got a bunch of mailbag videos coming up. We have more of a playthrough of Yakuza 4.
Yes.
We're gonna start messing around with various Castlevania games.
I think I see something on your Facebook about Castlevania for the NES, or
we're gonna be doing something with that. The other guys are running a Nuzlocke run through Pokemon right now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which is killing them.
I don't know what that is exactly.
It's a specialty condition run through Pokemon that uses all sorts of special rules. Like, you can only catch the first Pokemon in any area.
Oh, I see.
And the playthrough ends when you die. So you get one death, and when that happens, then the playthrough is over, and we will go on to something else.
You can die in Pokemon?
Yeah. Well, no. If all of your Pokemon faint,
you're
fucking done. The playthrough's over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called the Hollow Pokemon.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Yeah, probably. I forget.
That's fine.
We'll be doing something with Dark Souls. We might do something later with Stick of Truth. I'm not sure yet.
Gotcha. Now, like, we got on the subject last week of selling Let's Play to people.
Selling Let's Play.
Yeah.
Now, do you mean the concept, or actually physically giving them, like, a Let's Play disc?
No, I mean,
I have some Dark Side Phil DVDs.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the idea of Let's Play, and the notion of, like, you know, trying to tell people, even other gamers, like, look, I play video games for the internet and people watch me do it.
Here's why you should watch me do it.
Well, not even so much that, but, like, now, correct me if I'm wrong here. You do this as a job, right?
I quit my job back. It's over a year now.
Gotcha.
November of last year, and Matt quit a little bit before that, about 6 months before me. So yeah, it is my profession.
So when someone asks you what you do for a living, what do you tell them?
I say I run an internet show off of YouTube.
Oh, and are people like really interested in that?
And they go, "What? You can do that?" That's usually the most common thing. And I say, "Yeah." They go, "Well, what do you do?" I mainly do commentary over gameplay footage that I record with a friend of mine, and we also occasionally do skits and competitions, etc. And they go, "Wow, that's bullshit." I have to.
And that's before you say, I also open my mail for a living.
Yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As for selling the concept, dude, I don't know, because the hidden secret is I'm very unfamiliar with you guys' work, but I've known of you guys in the past as the guys. The secret is that I fucking hate Let's Plays. I can't stand them. The only Let's Play ever that I think is good is Jurassic Park Trespasser by Research Indicates.
It is. It's the gold standard.
It's the only one that I actually watched and was like, I enjoyed this, because I am very controlling, and I am totally that guy who is, you fucked it up, you're doing it wrong, you stupid bastard. So I want to play games, and I actually enjoy making them. But in terms of why they would appeal to you, I don't know, because they don't appeal to me.
By the way, Research Indicates had an incomplete second Let's Play of Crimson Skies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he never finished it?
He never finished it.
Oh,
no.
Well, I don't care anymore. It needs to be finished.
Well, I can't help you there. He's disappeared.
If you make an LP, you should finish it, guys.
He made a channel trailer for us way back in the day, which was nice. But people got kind of confused with it, so we took it down.
Oh wait, no. Let me change my answer before. There is a second Let's Play that I like.
Tell me what it is.
And it is by a guy named Kaz Todai.
Yeah, I know him. I don't know him like a friend.
And his Let's Play San Francisco Rush, in which he tilts the cartridge, and San Francisco Rush becomes an unintelligible mess, and he attempts to race once while he is apparently hungover.
Well, that is actually a new trend, or a little fad in Let's Play, which I can't believe has its own little trends in it, but is playing ROM corruptions. Yeah. I don't know if you heard of this. There's Vinny's ROM corruptor and such that fuck with the game and the game's memory and RAM and shit.
I haven't heard of this, but I feel it's the next step after the Let's Plays of the Kaizo hack and I Want to Be the Guy. Mm. Let's play something that's literally uncompletable.
Yeah, exactly. And then let's lose to it a million times over and pretend we're really mad at it and yell.
Yeah.
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 That's always the way it goes,
It's the way. Well, that was the idea for the first video we ever put up. Mm-hmm. But instead of it being a ROM corruption, it was Kirby's Epic Yarn, which is uncompletable. Mm-hmm. You cannot fail to win, and to be incompetent and childish over a game for babies.
Wait, that's it. Twitch plays Kirby's Epic Yarn. It could happen. It could totally work.
That'd be tough, man. Even though a baby could complete it, you still need to be able to jump and move. And
could 60,000 babies complete it?
Maybe.
There's my ticket to riches.
Twitch Plays is the fucking craziest thing.
Oh, they love it, man.
Is my job gonna get outsourced to fucking robots?
Yes. And then what's gonna happen is...
Isn't that what you want?
People will type shit in the chat, and a robotic voice will be the commentary of what they're saying,
Ha ha ha, this is gay, rape joke.
Exactly. Hail Helix, hail Helix, hail Helix. Rape joke. Exactly.
Perfect.
You aren't worse than Hitler.
Come see my site. My Let's Play is at www.youtube.com. Do you think it's even possible nowadays for people to become popular with Let's Play?
Not with YouTube being as fucked as it is.
What do you what part of YouTube's fuckedness?
All the fucking content ID shit and trust algorithms. That's
has that ever impacted you guys?
No. So that's the hilarious bit, is that when the Let's Play apocalypse happened, we had 690 videos at the time around. We got 15 that were flagged total. We saw people like Rad Brad and Angry Joe get like their whole channels just destroyed.
Yep.
And we're sitting there going, what the fuck? Why didn't any of our fucking videos trip? The only times we were getting videos tripped were people abusing the system.
Yep.
And putting in new claims that were triggering our old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fox put in a claim for X-Files footage, which is like why our video about the X-Files game for PS2 tripped. Mm-hmm. And it turns out is that our deal with Machinima for our channel for monetization, we never signed anything that gave them ownership or anything weird like that. So in response, we never got blanket protection from Content ID in the first place. So we'd want to do, say, an Asura's Wrath video, and we'd record one part, and it's like, oh, Content ID, don't put it up, find something else. We wanted to do a Peace Walker thing. Well, too bad. So most of our stuff was all stuff that wasn't being tripped anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas the people that were blanket protected didn't give a fuck and put up anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And in terms of the prove you own this section of YouTube that went into... apparently because we have so many videos and so many of them don't have strikes or anything like that, the trust algorithm for us has yet to designate us to prove that we own anything. But it's only a matter of time. One of our animators, Plague of Gripes, fantastic guy, fantastic stuff. Anyone who likes weird, funny YouTube cartoons should check him out, Plague of Gripes. He got slammed with one of those things because of some piece of like generic background music.
Yep.
And YouTube is saying, we want you to prove that your footage of you speed drawing your own characters is owned entirely by you.
Oh, yeah.
And took him like a week to sort it out. And like he had, 10 pages of forms. Total nightmare.
Well, there's this there's this company, IND Music, that we got hit we got 2 of our videos hit. And one was legit. So we were like, all right, fine, fuck it. The music was really theirs. But yeah. IND hit us, and the song they matched was completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So we dispute it, and YouTube's thing is like, well, if they don't respond in 28 days, we'll switch off their ads and put up yours again. And this video made us, like, maybe $5 in a month or something like that. Like, some shit, like, whatever, who cares, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, just from the principle of it, it's like, you know what? I don't want them to have it. That's bullshit. So I made the video private while I was waiting for that. Mm-hmm. And then on fucking Twitter, and this happened, like, I retweeted this, like, maybe 1-2 weeks ago. There's this game called Thomas Was Alone.
Yeah,
came out.
I'm familiar.
And they are matching everyone who is Let's Playing this game because of the music. The composer of the music got on the phone with them and said, I don't want you matching this. And the game developer keeps saying, look, the music guy doesn't want you matching us. Stop harassing our customers. Take the Content ID claims down. And they won't.
The ultimate of this scenario is Jonathan Blow on Jonathan Blow's channel uploads a trailer he has just cut together of The Witness, exclusive to his channel, and gets Content ID'd by Sony. And goes, what the fuck? I own this game.
Absolutely. It's a shit show, basically.
It's a fucking mess. It's a total mess.
Right.
So I feel really, really, really bad for anyone who wants to get into it now and get a following now, because you're going to have to do it as a loss leader because YouTube won't treat you right if you don't have a really long-standing good channel.
Well, that's the thing, right? And you know what? It kind of gets to me about it, too, because it seems like the people who got hit the hardest were people who were big, but not too big. Yeah. Like, you didn't hear about PewDiePie, you didn't hear about Tobuscus getting hit.
The deal with that is that a part of the deal is that YouTube said, hey, content managers like Machinima and Fullscreen and Polaris, we kind of wanted you to police your entire networks, but you're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is anyone that you give partnered status, all of their strikes will count across your entire network. So when Total Biscuit got a strike over like the Guise of the Wolf thing recently, it's safe to assume that the entire Polaris network now has a strike against it. Mm. Which is why they were so hesitant to give out those partner statuses.
Right.
Because, like, say Machinima did it tomorrow, gave every single person partner status, that company would be gone by the end of the day.
The thing is, I wonder, though, with some of the Content ID stuff is... Because I know part of it is the match, where it's the algorithm and stuff like that. But I do wonder if some of these third-party companies do have control over what they're putting into Content ID Match to say, here are some big channels that we can get feed ad revenue off of, but not big enough that a lot of people would notice.
I believe there are criteria for overview. Like, this is all speculation.
Yeah.
But looking at, say, Angry Joe's channel and seeing that all the first videos to go were the ones with really high view counts, it seems reasonable to assume that there is some kind of criteria of only slam it after blank, or maybe it self-selects the highest view ones first.
Right.
The fact that it's a dumb robot kind of removes, like, the cynical aspect of that, because it's just a stupid dumb robot. I think the worst that we got hit with is a part of what the fuck game is it? It's the David Cage game that just came out. I can't even remember.
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, great. I played that to completion on video just like 2 months ago. I can't remember the name of the game. Where there's a part that takes place in Africa in which there is gunfire in the background, which was a public domain sound effect that tripped on an Al Jazeera news report. And we got Al Jazeera claiming the video through Content ID. Like, the system is fucking busted. It is broken. And people like us, who were wary of Content ID forever, can kind of mitigate it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's only going to get worse from here. So, hey, did you guys know that Two Best Friends Play is going to make a website soon?
It's funny you say that, though, because I do wonder why so many people, they just kind of stay on YouTube. Because you never know.
Discoverability.
Well, no, I get that. I'm just saying.
Everybody goes.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if you don't have that place where your fans can go, if it's like, you know what, we can't do YouTube anymore, we're sorry, we have to move to self-hosting, which you can't really do, but, like, or move to Blip, or move to some network or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A hub that you're in control of, totally.
That's exactly what you need.
Well, since it's not YouTube, your views will drop dramatically.
I understand.
And it'll be bad. For us, we were very lucky. Before the YouTube apocalypse came along,
right,
we were approached with a very, very attractive deal for making a website, and we were going to go with it anyway. Mm-hmm. And then the YouTube apocalypse fucking happened. And we've been saying, hey man, how's the fucking website coming along? Any week now. Okay, great. Because I don't want to be tied to this fucking boat any longer.
That's exactly the problem, is that it's like, it's all reliant on YouTube, so...
Oh, man. Yeah. It's the biggest, and it's the worst. So,
Well, I mean, they're in to be completely fair to Google, they're in a shitty position because they have to deal with,
Viacom being a bunch of cunts?
Yeah, more or less, or, like, the MPAA in general, or things like that. Oh,
totally.
Yeah, like, they have to, like, kind of play nice, because...
I simultaneously feel for their fear of gigantic company-destroying lawsuit, and that contrasts with my fury over, why couldn't you make a good robot? Why couldn't you make a system in which a human has to look at something eventually?
If only they were better with searching.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Maybe someday.
And it's super weird for me, because my livelihood is being fucked up on account of laws that are not in my country. I don't have the MPAA. I don't have Viacom US threatening my government with new laws to push I don't have this bullshit. Google's not a Canadian company. And I look at this and go, well, none of this applies to me.
Well...
But it applies to my work, so
come to America, land of the free.
No thanks, guy.
You gotta make Canadian YouTube then.
No.
Yeah.
That would be crappy.
Or, you know what'll happen is somebody will make a viable way of video hosting, and then Google will buy them, and then we're back in this situation all over again.
Yeah.
Can you at least admit that American bacon is better than Canadian bacon?
Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't feel strongly about it one way or the other. So if you want that, to pry into while you lament the loss of your hockey gold medals, then that's fine.
I don't give a shit about bacon or hockey. You guys have fun. I don't care. Yay, Spain.
Works for everybody.
Exactly.
Just want the bacon.
Absolutely. Well, you made it. You survived the hour with us.
Oh, it's just an hour. Oh, I could go for another 2.5.
I could too, but I got the ball and chain, you know. Meaning this literal ball and chain.
It's a chain chomp you live with.
I don't understand. Could you please explain this to me?
No.
In a way that'll be recorded so that your wife or girlfriend can hear it later.
My wife doesn't listen to anything I do. She thinks this is terrible.
Fantastic. No. I have the opposite problem.
You know, it's
like she scrutinizes everything you do?
No, she happens to just watch it and listen to it. She's a huge fan of you guys.
Hey!
She's listening to this right now.
Wow.
Well, not right now, but like in the future of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
What do you call it? Well, is there any last words? Anything we any of us would like to plug or tell people about?
I'd like to plug the channel on YouTube. That's I'm not even gonna bother telling you the fucking YouTube channel name because it's a mess because it's got a number in it. So just type in Two Best Friends Play into Google and you'll get a channel that says The Switcher with a 1 in it. We also do machinima videos. We do a lot of Let's Play. We do brawls. We do some live action stuff from time to time. We also have I would say, relatively successful podcast that people seem to like called the Super Best Friend Cast. You can find that at superbestfriendcast.com or on iTunes or usually your RSS feed of choice or what have you. Do I have anything? Oh, we also sell merch at sharkrobot.com.
Nice.
If you've decided that you like my voice so much after this one time that you'd like to buy a t-shirt and put money in my pocket.
I'm already wearing one somehow.
No, you're not.
No.
No, you're not.
I would like to plug the video game Thomas Was Alone. If you like Let's Play.
Oh, we're supposed to plug other people. Oh,
no,
shit.
No, not at all. Not at all. You are
now I look like a jerk.
No.
No.
Listen,
I was actually about to plug everything you just plugged.
Damn.
No, in all seriousness, no, this is totally the time for you to plug that. It's just that we talked about that earlier, and I forgot I wanted to plug them for being, like, cool with the whole Let's Play thing, where they're like, please let people play our fucking game and show it up to the world. That's all I'm doing. We usually don't do that kind of thing. I was just doing it now because I want to look like a big sweetie.
And make me look like a big jerk. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes,
that's the trap. An hour of friendly conversation in, and that's when you spring the trap.
The 70-minute mousetrap, friend. Bang!
Fuck!
You fell for it.
Friend it.
Damn.
But, no, in all seriousness, though, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
No problem. It's a pleasure. Very honored to be here.
Absolutely. We'd love to talk to you again sometime.
Sure, I don't know. I got nothing going on.
Yeah, me neither, so hey, whatever.
I work from home. What do I do? Fucking YouTube channel. I'm barely a human.
I'm not even. So, alright, oh, I forgot to give my my real life friends a shout out, so fuck them, who cares? Alright.
What is that? What is real life friends?
Oh, my friends Chris and Kindy wanted you to give them a shout out.
Oh, Chris and Kindy?
Yeah.
You guys are lame. You shouldn't ask for shout-outs from your friends.
Thank you.
You're abusing their friendship.
Friendship over.
Absolutely. He like, Chris texted me, he's like, wait a minute, you're still doing Let's Play? Because he saw some article in Game Informer. Yeah. And then one thing led to another. He's like, I love those guys. So, there you go.
Aww.
There, you got
Well, I appreciate it, but it's still lame.
It is totally lame.
The asking for a shout-out, man. Hey! They don't mean it, but make them do it anyway.
Exactly. It makes me look unprofessional, too, in this podcast.
Whatever, man. You had me on your podcast. I'll say whatever you want me to say.
We didn't even have an agenda. I was just bullshitting. He's like, oh, he's talking about Dark Side Phil. Thank God. But...
It's too easy.
It is too easy. That's the thing. Alrighty. Beatus, you got anything, or...?
I don't. I have nothing in life.
Fantastic.
We will see you guys next time.